Hello, everyone, and welcome back. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm back with another one of my videos. Before I go in to Vateshran, I thought it'd be best to go over what are the changes I have to my to my build. So this is the same build, the Matygon Nightblade, that I've been working on all the way through this past year with all the different videos going on. There's a little bit of tweaks that I've been doing to update it to be able to do Vateshran the most effective for me. There's other ways and other skills and other other build videos and other build websites that might have something that works for you. This is what works for me. And sometimes it might be a little bit too simple for people, but I'm one of these people, if I keep it basic, I know that I can execute it as in the heat of the moment. And in an arena, sometimes that's what you need. So let's look at the changes. Now, a lot of the stats and a lot of the things in there you can check out on your own for each one. So I'm going to just cover a lot of just the basics of what's happening with my build. So let's go into what I'm wearing. I mentioned this in my a couple of videos ago when we were talking about the rings, that I've actually switched up, and because I want to use the Pale Order ring to help with my getting more healing, that's what the Pale Order ring does. It is a one set item, and it restores healing back for every damage, every hit of damage, every tick of damage on a dot. It gives you health back, and that's wonderful because as a Nightblade, I only have one skill that gives me health back. I don't have a healing skill on my bars. And I interchange that with Ring of the Wild Hunt, which is our speed ring. There's some places that you want to go a little bit faster, and plus there is an achievement, a speed run achievement, to be able to complete it on veteran. I believe under 45 minutes. So so that helps as well. All right. Because I'm using that ring, I actually have to change my monster helm. I was using, prior to that, I was using, let's see, what was I using? I was using Slime Craw because it gave me extra damage. It was, I think like 5% extra damage. So I've changed that out because what I had to interchange is I had to take off a Ring of Medusa to allow myself to have that Pale Order ring in there. So I'm missing one of the last 5 item, which is the Minor Force, which I really want to have on there. So what I did is that I went into Arx Cranium and I got myself a shoulder piece. So that counts as my heavy because Medusa is a heavy set, even though I use light. And that's why I put Medusa on all jewelry and the staff, because then that doesn't matter if it's heavy or medium or light or whatever. So because Medusa only comes in heavy, I have a heavy shoulder, and then I use a medium Dumahas. The Dumahas, the one item set of it gives you back 1,000, gives you 1,000 stamina and 1,000 magicka. Where a lot of the other helms will either give you just one or the other, or they just give you crit or whatever you need. So this actually gives you both. And even us being a primarily magicka, weaver, we need stamina. There's places in there they have to run around where you have to interrupt attacks and block attacks, and so we can't skip on the stamina. We need a little bit of stamina to help us on our way. So I'm still using the Perfected False Gods in there. You can use regular False Gods with this. It's not going to cost you that much within it. So you still have that. Let's see, is there anything else? I'm still using my Maelstrom Perfected Inferno on the back bar. It is infused. The Staff of Medusa is the front bar. I go infused as well. Some people add weapon damage and will use Precise on the front. When I was doing my parsing, infused just did better. I have no idea why. It just did. Like I said, I'm an odd duck sometimes where, I'm definitely one of those use what works for you. And when I would switch off of that and go and put on the weapon enchant and I would put on the precise enchant, I wasn't doing as much damage. I was not having as good of a parse. And so I went on, experimenting with it. And so I got infused on both. So I do more flame damage. And then infused on this, I do. Oh, actually, wait. I take that back. I've got infused on it with the weapon damage. I actually do have that. So it was just the front bar that I went with infused as well. So I take that back, yeah. So front, I go flame damage with infused. Back, I've got weapon damage for that spell damage bonus with infused. So I correct myself. Yeah. Let's see. My jewelry is spell damage with bloodthirsty on everything. Let's see. Is there anything else I'm forgetting with that? Divines on everything. Magicka on everything. Yeah. And so yeah. So I'm flipping out. I always when I go through the arena, I have my jewelry set, my jewelry thing clicked, so I can just open it up and flip back and forth between my two rings as I go on here. Let's see. Stats. Let me actually put on the food that I use. The food that I use is the sugar skulls. So with the sugar skulls, that's going to show up here. I'll put it on my food inventory where they can see it better. Bewitched Sugar Skulls increases max health, max stamina, and max magicka, and a health recovery, which is very nice. Again, so you're not getting as powerful of just health and magicka. You're getting a little bit of everything. You're getting health, you're getting stamina, you're getting magicka, and you're getting health recovery as well. So you have to be kind of well-rounded going into this arena. So let's use that. Okay. And then I'm using the spell power pots. Let me make sure I've got my arena set up just so that if there's anything that I need from that. Let's see. Magicka's at 64. With all of that stuff on, I have a 33k for my magicka, almost 34. I have 18 for my health, 17 for my stamina, magicka recovery, 93. My spell damage is was in 1986. I'm at 52%. If I flip to my back bar, the only difference is 50%, so I'm pretty good. 52 in that. And since I'm clearing 50%, I use the shadow. You could use something else if you wanted to on there. I still work best with getting getting my crit, out there. Let's see. I do for my pots, of course. I do use my spell power pots. If I click that spell power pot, boom. And then I check what I've got. In here, I'm up to 2383 with a 64.1 spell crit chance. So, and I've got my magicka recovery is now 1132. So, that keeps me all up and going and doing everything that I need. All right. I'm using 48 in Thaumaturge for my CP. I'm going Master of Arms 61, Staff Expert 16. I'm going Elemental Expert 64, Spell Erosion 25, and Elfborn 56. All the other stuff is the same as what I've used in the past. So you can look those up. But, there's fiddling that could be done with this. The big thing for me is that I did add more to my spell erosion. I believe I had it somewhere like 13 or 12 or something like that. And I put it up to 25. This still is a little bit low going in. So when I talk about the skills here in a second, I do run Elemental Drain to help with the Major Breach, to help with the spell for their spell resistance. So, all right. So I think the last thing actually is talking about the skills. I've changed a little bit. I'm not running. Let's see, where is it? It's in. I was running Twisting Path originally in there, and I actually do, when I'm doing Trials and Dungeons, I do go back to that. But I've switched that out for the arenas, where I'm actually using Sap now. I don't know why that's not. There it goes. Sap Essence. I'm really liking this one. Siphon Vigor from your enemy's blood, dealing 5674 magic damage to all enemies and healing you and your allies for 1544 plus 20% more for each enemy hit. If an enemy is hit, you gain Major Brutality and Sorcery and increase your weapon and spell damage by 20% for 20 seconds. I really like that, because if for some reason my pot's not on, and I want to save my pot for something, for whatever reason, I can just use this and I'll get a little bit bonus. But it's mostly for the heals. I like having the heals going through, so it's a group heal, it's a group damage, and a group heal. So, like I said, the only thing I used to have before was Swallow Soul for a damage and heal. So now I've got two things right at the beginning of my bar. So a group one and a direct one-on-one there. I still keep my Merciless Resolve, my Impale. Instead of Inner Light, which I usually ran over here, I put on an Elemental Drain. This helps so much with some of the pesky, beefier ads that are in the dungeon, in the arena, and it also is wonderful for the bosses. Plus, it helps me with my sustain by giving me some magic back. I use my Incapacitating Strikes. I like having this one on there because of the you get back some magicka with it. And then the back bar, is the back bar pretty much the same? It's actually exactly the same. Yeah. So I'm running Unstable Wall. I'm running the Ball. I've got my Siphoning to help get some magicka back. I've got my Dark Shade. And I've got my Inner Light. And then my ulti, the Fiery Rage. Let me see. I believe is that it? Yeah, we went through all of the things, what I'm wearing. We went through all of the stats there. We went over my Mundus. And we went over that. Yeah. So, like I said, not too many changes in here. A little bit of the gear change. Change to a couple of skills just on my front bar, like I said, which really help a lot. The having the extra spell penetration there, or the extra, having breach on the Elemental Drain works so well. Like I said, I'm really liking the Sap Essence over the Twisted Path, because the enemies are going to be, on me pretty quick, and I don't worry about the losing the speed bonus of the of Twisted Path in there, because during the sections that I would really need it, I can start running and then I can switch over to my ring, and then boom, I'm off. And then I'm running around and it's like, oh, there's a boss there. I can flip over back to my ring and I'm ready to fight. So there we go. That's what I'm looking at for my new setup. Now, like I said, there are so many other wonderful builds and setups out there, but just like this is just my mindset my mindset, going forward for myself, and it's what I'm able to do. If you're able to do a little bit more complicated, a little bit more with bar swapping, a little bit more of whatever in there, go ahead and do that. If you like using a different, if you don't like using Perfected False Gods, if you like pairing it with Mother Sorrow and Medusa, hey, go do that. If there's different monster helms that you like, go ahead, do that. The great thing about builds is that they're kind of guides to what, and even some of our wonderful builders in our community always mention that on their websites and in their videos, that it's all about what gives you the best performance, what works for you. And this setup, I've now beat Vateshran 4 times, I'm getting faster and faster each time I do it, and it's going easier and easier. And as I get used to this new setup, and it's been working for me, so I've been really enjoying it. If you have any questions about this, comments about this, anything, even suggestions of what might work better for me, or things that you've tried that have worked better for you, put them down in the comments below. I always like seeing them, and usually I'll respond to them. And I hope you guys are delving into this new arena. It is a lot of fun, and even on normal, there's so many achievements to get, and especially the new black dye that's in there, the void dye that's in there. And actually, you know what? Maybe I'll finish up the video by talking about that. This is my new. Let's see. Let's get a little bit of a sheen on here. This is. What am I doing here? Where is it? Outfit styles. There we go. All right. This is my new outfit style that I've been using since the latest update. I love it. It's the Artisan Armory set. And for Matygon, it's just got epic ears. The ears are just epic. I really like it. My orange looks so good on here. And I like that it has like this, these machine, almost kind of like a spacesuit, looking effect to it with the gloves and even the bottom here, the bits of metal and the glowing blue inside here. It's just a great look, and I've been really enjoying it as kind of my new fashion for this. And there's also a staff that goes with it as well that has that little blue encasing in that. So it's a really cool set, and you get this. You can buy it on the traders, but it actually drops from, or has a chance of dropping from, the dailies in Markarth. So if you do the dailies in Markarth, you've got a chance of getting one of these motifs. And they're out and about on there, and so people are trading them and putting them in their guild banks and finding them on guild traders, and so you can get the set. So really cool. So it's kind of like almost like the evolution of Matygon here. So a lot of cool fashion going on with that. So wonderful. Well, gosh, we've talked about the 2 rings. We've talked about how do you get here. We've talked about our new setup. We even talked a little bit here about our fashion. I think the only thing left to do is to go on inside, go poke around and see what's in each one of these gateways, and start, talking about it and get you familiar with what's going on. So, all right. So we'll do that in the next video. I'm going to be going, well, you know what? I won't spoil it of which one I'm going to go into first. So it might not be the one that you think, because I'm going to explain one by one, so I don't have to worry about completing it. But it's going to be a lot of fun. So again, thank you so much. If you like the videos, like I said, they're done with a lot of love and just a lot of fun. It's definitely not as polished as a lot of those wonderful videos out there. I enjoy making them, and if it can help anybody do a little bit better in these arenas or give you some tips, that's the joy for me in this. So, but if you're enjoying the videos, give me hit that subscription on there, you know, hit the bell so that you get notifications when I get a new one out there. And yeah, so have fun, enjoy, be safe out there, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, everybody. Bye.